All right, this is the end of free agency profile day one. This is free agency profile number two, and we're going to be talking about Lavonte David in this one. Now, Lavonte David, there's not going to be a lot of inside linebackers I'll be talking about, but I do want to talk about Lavonte David. The Detroit Lions have already poached the Bucks defensive line coach to become their defensive lineman coach in Casey Rogers. They really like the Bucks coaching staff. They interviewed Larry Foote for their defensive coordinator position. They love the Bucks defense. Dan Campbell, big fan of Todd Bowles as well. Lavonte David is a guy I could really see, even at the age of 35. The guy is future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. 6'1", 233. The guy is 35 years old, like I said, former second round pick back in 2012. The guy this past season, was very good once again. 76 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, also a pick. And I'm not going to go through all his stats here because this will take 30 minutes for me to go through all of this. But he's very consistent in terms of sacks. He'll get you like three sacks a season for an inside linebacker. That's pretty good. Three, four sacks a season. His forced fumbles, he's going to get you like 2 to 3 a season. He's going to get you like a fumble recovery a season. And he might even get you a pick a season. Like, he is very consistent. Look at his passes deflected. He's going to get you like 5 to 6 passes deflected per season as well. He is very consistent. Lavonte David, he was one of the most consistent linebackers ever. And whenever we play against him, he eats us alive. He's an inside linebacker that eats us alive. He covers the tight ends very well. For his age especially, he is so elite still at his speed and covering the linebackers. He made Devin White look like a monster. And Devin White, he's on the Texans right now and essentially hasn't done anything in 2 years. But Lavonte David, he's been really, really healthy throughout his career. He missed 2 games back in 23. He missed 5 games back in 2021. He's been relatively healthy throughout his career. He's only missed like a total of maybe 10, 15 career games in his NFL career out of the like 198 that he's been active. Like, that's really, really good. So, Lavonte David, I think the Lions should consider signing him if Derrick Barnes does not come back. Now, Derrick Barnes will be a free agent this year, and the Jets are reportedly going to have interest in Derrick Barnes, or at least some of the Lions players on the defensive side of the ball. And I do want Derrick Barnes back, but I think Lavonte David, you have to take a look at if Derrick Barnes does not come back, which I'm starting to think he does not come back. Lavonte David, he brings some great leadership to Jack Campbell, who kind of plays similar to him. Alex Anzalone is still in the linebacker room. You still have Rodrigo. He's teach Rodrigo as well. He could develop the young guys, and he would be a great linebacker to add if Derrick Barnes was to leave. I would not sign Lavonte David if Derrick Barnes comes back. Let me put it there. But if Derrick Barnes does not come back, I would highly consider signing Lavonte David. Check out his market value. I was going to be doing that every video as well throughout this series. His market value, pretty cheap for Lavonte David. One of the best inside linebackers in the league. 1 year, $6.7 million. Obviously, it's going to be a 1 year deal. But 6.7, that's not that bad. He's coming off of a $10 million deal for 1 year. That's not bad at all. Again, if we lose Derrick Barnes, you have to consider signing Lavonte David, especially for that price. That is a very reasonable price. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you consider signing Lavonte David? And would you consider Lavonte David if Derrick Barnes was to leave, if you wouldn't consider signing him if he was to stay? So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. This will wrap up day one of our free agency profiles. And yeah, on to day two. Dante Fowler and Lavonte David off the profile now.